First of all, I would like to thank mercy of God, great virtue of holy teachers, masters, kindness of transmitters, lectures, and all of you to share this holy scripture, the 10 exhortations of Huang's home later. We might have a few new members. We used to have this class on Sundays, but now we're going to move to the Friday night. So might have a few members the first time listen to these scriptures from Friday's class. So I'm going to explain a couple of terms before we go to the details. This scripture happened on 2001 in Huang Tongyi, Yifo Gong, Yifo Temple. This is the temple, okay? And then Holy Mother, Huang came to give us scriptures, wisdom words. We call Huang here. Huang, sometimes we can call Ga, Huang, Lao, spiritual mother, holy mother. We talk about the same Ga, or the same one, okay? So we might use different terms to talk about Huang or Ga or spiritual mother or holy mother. Next one is we're going to talk. We will talk about the true nature. Sometimes we call true nature. Sometimes we call true self, Buddha nature, or conscience. So that's our true nature, our Buddha nature. We'll talk about this in the class. So I just want everybody to know that. So this is in the Huang Tongyi, Yifo Gong Temple, okay, in Tainan, south of the Taiwan. Yeah. We're going to continue next and last class. Okay. 1 or 2. Last time we talked about the Holy Mother talked to all of us, want us to differentiate the truth from not truth. What is truth? What is not truth? What are not truth? Not truth means like the material stuff, like our houses, cars, whatever we have in material stuff, or maybe money, all the stuff. It could be gone one day. Houses could be destroyed in one day. So maybe 100 years later, the house will not exist at all. And even our physical bodies, we can last maybe 80 years, 100 years, 120 years, maybe, but will not last forever. So those from God, from Buddha point of view, those are not real, not truth, because it will be gone one day. What is the truth? Truth means our true nature. Okay, even we were gone one day, but our true nature will not die. True nature, Buddha nature, they will not die. Okay, so that's the difference. So we should not concentrate over pursue the non-truth or the material stuff. Should not over pursue them. Just make sure we have enough. That's all we need. Don't over pursue. Do not attach to those material stuff in the world. That's what Holy Mother is talking about. And then the other thing is that we do not want to be trapped or controlled by emotions. Those are the 7 emotions we talk about: joy, anger, sorrow, happiness, love, evil, and the desire. So 7 emotions are control us. So we have to be careful there. We need to manage that. We need to balance that. Don't sometimes we are too happy. And what happened? Something happened. Overjoyed. So we need to manage that. The other thing, we need to control our 6 desires, which are from 6 organs: eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mindset. We need to control. Those are 6 organs, 6 desires that control us. So we're going to talk more detail later. Transcend from the bitter seed. Do not attach to one's desires stubbornly. Okay, Holy Mother is talking about why. Holy Mother worry about 7 emotions, 6 desires. Keep us in this reincarnation. We cannot escape from reincarnation because 7 emotions and 6 desires. So sometimes we didn't think that much, but those are most critical ones. Holy Mother keep talking about it. Okay, she said we cannot escape from the thinking to the reincarnation. What is reincarnation? What is reincarnation? Means birth, death, rebirth. We human beings, we do not see that. Okay, we just think about we come and go, but we didn't know we are rebirth. Okay, because of reincarnation. Okay, that's why from Buddha point of view, from God point of view, we are in the bitter sea. We are in the bitter sea. We cannot escape from the bitter sea. Okay. So the reason we have to receive Tao, cultivate, propagate Tao, and accumulate enough merits and virtues because we want to escape. We want to transcend from the bitter sea. Okay. We want to go back to our original place where we came from. Then go back to, they call heaven, absolute heaven. But some people might say, okay, you got motive there, want to go back to the heaven. But in the meantime, if one day we go back to our original home, we can make a big vow to come down again, and to save sentient being. So we can do that. We can go back and come down again, make a Buddha vow and come down again to save more sentient beings. So all of us, we make a big vows when we were in heaven. We make a big vow when we were in original home, but we forgot. Most of us forgot what kind of vow we make. So Holy Teacher, Buddhas always said, whatever the vow we are making today, we made the same vows in the heaven. We made the same vow in the heaven. So if we don't make that vow in the heaven, we will not make the vow in this world today. So just remind ourselves. Buddha always said, remind ourselves, we are the Buddha reborn. Don't forget. Every one of us are Buddha reborn. We have missions, we have duties. From where we came from, we want to fulfill our vows to go back in the future. Okay, so let's continue. Holy Mother talk about my filial sons and daughters are all outstanding, lead as worthy person of virtue. So Holy Mother talk about we are her sons and daughters are all outstanding. We are very, very special to be here today. We don't come here without missions, without responsibility. So then we want to be a worthy person of virtues. So it's very important. We want to be a virtuous person to people, one virtuous people. Okay, why? Because when we have a marriage, we are virtuous. When we go back, we will have a position there. Okay, we can go back to our original position in heaven. But if we don't have merits, we don't have virtues, we did not fulfill our vow. By the time we go, what happened? We will come down again because our karma. Okay, not because Buddha make a big vow to come down again. Okay, so we need to make sure we have enough merits and virtues to go back by the time we are ready to go back. Next one, Holy Mother talk about in treating others and managing matters for all of us. When we in treating others and managing matters, what do we have to do? Be forgiving. Always have a broad mind like Buddha has. Always have very open mind. Always tolerate when people make a mistake, we are willing to tolerate. And also come to a successful end in harmony. When we deal with things, we want to make sure it's always dealing with in successful end, to succeed and in harmony too. We don't want to create a bad karma around the people or things with all of us. We don't want to do that. We want to be in harmony. So that's not seems very easy, but it's not easy to do in harmony. We need a lot of virtue to do that. Okay, follow the standards. Standards. So Holy Mother talk about follow the standards. Those standards have covered a lot of ground, like temple regulation, like our what true nature have. All the standards we need to follow. Okay, adhering to the middle way and understand the Tao principle. What does that mean? Means we need to follow our true nature, Buddha nature. Follow our conscience to do things right and understand the Tao principles and Tao philosophies to apply to our daily life. When we learn all those little things every day, when we learn something today, we should be able to apply to our daily life. Sometimes they say we learn how to cultivate, how to apply to our daily life. Holy Mother asks us to what? Be forgiving and also in harmony with the people around us, okay? And be a virtuous person. And follow the standard and following our Buddha nature, okay? Then the other important thing in our daily life, every day, that's probably one of the important things. Settle on true nature. What does that mean? And still in mind. So no matter what happened to us every day, when we deal with things, people's every day, sometimes we get upset. Sometimes we get emotional. We get emotions. And then we kind of almost lose ourselves. We need to settle on true nature. We need to calm down. We need to calm down at ease. We need to calm down. Tell ourselves. In the beginning, say, Holy Teacher, Buddhas are watching us. So we cannot lose ourselves. We cannot lose our temper. Calm down. Calm down. Okay? Take a deep breath. Okay? And then still the mind. Still the mind. Tell ourselves, we are the Buddha reborn. We cannot get angry. We cannot get emotional. We cannot get upset. We need to calm down. Okay? That's very important on our daily life because there's so many things in our happen to our lives. Okay? I remember old days. Right now, I'm in Texas right now. Okay? A few years ago, about 7 years ago, I was in New York, New Jersey. So every day, we live in New Jersey. So every Sunday, we have to go to New York Temple. But you know, New York, there are always traffic in New York City. There are always traffic. In the morning, early morning, it's much better. It might take 1 hour to get to the New York City. But the time to come home from New York City Temple to our house might take 2 hours, 3 hours. So in New York City, you know, so much, always construction. The roads are always under construction. You know what? People are rushed to go home. So much traffic. So people are cutting each other, try to get home early. But all days, we might think about, say, how come they cut in front of us? So you get emotion, you get upset, get emotional. But they don't, Holy teacher, or the Buddha teach us, you know what? Be calm down. Let those people go home first. They might have urgent stuff to deal with them. Let them go. Even they cut us off. The car cut us off. That's fine. Let them go. So we should have a broad mind like Buddha had. Wish everybody around us, all the people, all the sentient beings around us get home safely. And wish everybody have a good day. Okay? So that's Buddha teach us. So once we think about the mindset change, once our mindset are changed, what happened? Every day is a beautiful day. Wish everybody around us, every sentient being around us are beautiful, always safe. Then we have this kind of mindset, help us to turn around in our daily life. So I think everybody in Ohio, Iowa, or New York, New Jersey, every different state, we have different issues there. But we wish everybody safely to get home with their family without any issues and peace at home. So that's why Buddha teach us how to apply this thought, how to change our mindset to convert to positive, very pure thought in our daily life. Very, very important to So cultivation is our turning our mindset to the positive and very pure thought. Very critical, okay? That's one of the things Buddha and the Holy Teacher teach all of us. So every day we need to let our true self in charge. Let true self be the master. Okay, 6 thieves cannot launch an attack if our own kingdom, that means our true nature is in order. So if our own kingdom is in charge, what happens? Let's talk about 6 thieves: eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, mindset will not be in charge. Okay, those 6 senses affect our whole lives. Sometimes we see the beautiful things with our eyes, we like it, we want to buy it. So we create emotion, create desires for ourselves. The ears, we like to hear good stuff. Nose, we like to smell good food. We like to eat them. Tongue, we like to eat them, right? So this creates a lot of karma for us, especially we eat the food who are not vegetarian food. So we might have a karma behind it. We don't even know, okay? Body, so body like to feel good. Mindset, that's probably the worst one, our mindset. One thought, when we have one thought, is one seed of reincarnation. Just one thought is one seed of reincarnation we planted immediately. So how many thoughts have we had every day? Can you imagine that? How many thoughts do we have every day? Could be thousands, 10,000, hundreds of them. What happened? We plant the seeds of reincarnation for ourselves. That's why do we need to practice the exercise of get rid of affinities, do not raise a single thought. Why? That's why Buddha is practice every day. Get rid of all the affinities, do not raise a single thought. Because each thought creates karma for us. We don't want that. So that we need to control our mindset. As a cultivator, that's probably one of the most important things. Control our mindset. Always think about very positive, very pure, good stuff. And then stay no thought and keep our true nature with ourselves. Okay? Because sometimes some people do the meditation. We have lady here do the meditation in our community. And her spirit can even come out from her body. But sometimes we have to be careful when we empty everything in ourselves. Do the meditation. Meditation is very good for our health, our body. And then we don't need to sit very long, and we have a lot of energy every day. However, we have to be careful especially when we have a Tao member in Taiwan, in our temple in Taiwan. And I know what happened to the person. The person, the spirits can come up from his body. The gentleman come up from his body. And then one day, when his spirit came out from his body, the other spirits got into his body. And he couldn't go back. His own spirit cannot get into his own body anymore. So he became a wandering spirit. And he asked the Holy Teacher to help. That's one of the things we don't want to happen to all of us. That's why when we do get rid of all the affinities, do not raise a single thought. Sometimes we close our eyes 80%. Why? Because we can keep our true nature inside. Okay, our spirit will not come, true nature will not come out from our body at all. So sometimes we have to know little things will help us to cultivate. So later on, I think this spirit, the spirits was become wandering spirits. The Holy Teacher went through so many difficulty and challenges. Okay, eventually, Holy Teacher they teach him and bring him back to the heaven. But he went through so many difficulty and challenges because in the beginning he couldn't do anything. He was struggling, crying every day, began wandering spirits. So that's not what we wanted. We have to be careful there. So Holy Teacher and Buddha's taught we do not need to do meditation. Everybody remember that. Even grand predecessors taught us all the time. Please, we don't need to do the meditation at all. Because meditation will help our physical body. Will help our physical body. But will not help our spirits at all. We need to do will not help our true nature at all. So we need to do get rid of all the affinities, do not raise a single soul exercise. Okay, so let's share with everybody else, everybody with this, what sense the Buddha taught us. And this is true story that happened to the members of our temple in Taiwan. Okay. So every day we need to control our mindset. Okay. Yeah. Don't let our mindset run randomly or wildly. Okay. That's very, very important. Next one, Holy Mother. Talk about as our own kingdom is blessed with greatness, the people enjoy peace and happiness. So if our kingdom is in charge, what happens? The people enjoy the peace. So we will have peace and happiness in ourselves. Okay. Our true nature have everything. We don't need to hope get more stuff. Sometimes we admire some people have more than we have. No, true nature have everything. That's why Saints and Buddha keep remind all of us, our true nature have everything. So we don't need to admire others. They have more than we do. They have more material stuff than we do, but that's not everything. But our true nature have everything we need. But Holy Mother wish us good fortune, and may our wishes come true. As long as we are willing to cultivate, willing to propagate down to help all the sentient beings. So all the good fortune and all the wishes will come true for all of us. Holy Mother wish us to cultivate ourselves, put our families in order, and we should prosper. Okay, so Holy Mother is, we are very, very lucky and fortunate there. Holy Mother keep remind us, this kind of a home letter from Holy Mother doesn't come easily. So this is this scripture happened on 2001. So it's about 22 years ago. So we are very lucky to read these scriptures to study what Holy Mother taught to all of us. But we need to cultivate, put our family harmony, family relationship is one of the most critical things. Buddha keep talking to all of us. We need to know that. Okay. Then our family. We should prosper. Prosper means what? We should succeed. We should be grow strong and healthy. So we are very lucky and fortunate to receive Tao, to cultivate and propagate Tao. I always think about this lifetime. When we are young, we need to make a good living, get a good job, support our family, and help all the sentient beings to bring people to receive Tao and cultivate with all of us, and even join our class together. But when we get older, we should turn around. The number one job is bring people to receive Tao, propagate it Tao, and also encourage people to study with all of us, to cultivate with all of us together. And then second one is our job, regular job. That's just regular job just to help to support our daily life, make a good living. That's it. But when we are young, maybe this priority is different. Okay. But in this lifetime, make sure we receive all the loved ones whoever have affinity with God and Buddhas and us to receive Tao, to cultivate with all of us, even can join our class every day, every week. When we listen to the class, it's not just we receive, we notice Tao knowledge of principles. Also our true nature. We also charge our true nature. We also charge them. We try to make our true nature reveal. Okay? We should also want to bring out our true nature. That's one of the most critical one. And then when we have a class, our ancestors, our creditor who we owe in previous life also can come to the class to listen together with all of us. We can pay back to them during the classes, okay? Because a lot of creditors who we owe the karma in previous life, they always negotiate with our holy teacher. Holy teacher negotiate with them. Then sometimes they ask holy teacher, say, I want the US disciples, bring me to the class 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year, depending on what type of classes. Holy teacher will negotiate with them for all of us, negotiate with all our creditors for all of us. So sometimes we are very lucky and fortunate to study here. And then when we have physical body, the other things that we have a Tao member, Chen Wenxue, he talk about it. When we have physical body, we learn like temple regulation, like taking a bow. Sometimes take 15 to 20 minutes to know how to take a bow. But a lot of people who received Tao didn't come to the temple regularly. They didn't know how to take a bow. By the time they went back to heaven, what happened? They are in a cultivation court. They are practicing how to take a bow. Sometimes take 1 year to 7 years to them just to learn how to take a bow. How could that be? It took us 15, 20 minutes to know how to bow, but it takes them years. Could be 6, 7 years to learn how to take a bow. Why? Because by the time they went back to the heaven, what happened? What happened? They were in the cultivation court. They have a true nature, Buddha nature with them, with our physical sense, the body sense. They know the pain, they know the heat, they know the cold. So when they bow, they have little thought. When they have little thought, what happened? It's bending. They couldn't control their position to bow at all. They couldn't control their position to bow in heaven. So what happened? They take years for them to learn how to take a bow. So Holy Teacher always taught all of us, learn all the temple regulation when we are still alive. When we are still alive, especially the introducers and sponsors, because those people, those spirits, they went back to heaven. They didn't know how to take a bow. They blamed their introducers and sponsors because they introducer and sponsor got a lot of merit to bring people to receive Tao. However, by the time they went back, they don't know, they are suffering. They have a hard time. Then they blame on their introducers and sponsors. So we have to know when we introduce people to receive Tao, we have to finish all the job. Bring them to receive Tao, bring them to know how to do the temple regulations and how to take a bow, come to join the class, and then learn. It's a whole series of service we have to do, okay? Okay, not just bring people to receive Tao and forget about them. Then one day they're going to blame all of us. The other thing we talk about, Holy Mother talk about, we should achieve the Tao of heaven. When we perfect the Tao of humanity, filial piety. So Tao of heaven, when we want to become saints of Buddha in heaven, what happened? We need to do the Tao of humanity in family first. Especially we have to start with filial piety. Filial piety means when our parents are still around, we need to help them. We need to help them. We need to respect them. We need to take care of them, okay? Like they took care of us when we are the little kids, the same thing, okay? Then we need to learn, if we can, we bring them to receive Tao. Come to the class with all of us. If our parents are not around anymore, we need to accumulate enough merits and virtues so they can benefit from what we are doing. And then Holy Mother talk about, we need to know the fundamentals, the basics, and complete the truth of the universe. So we need to learn all the basic, all the Tao principles to apply to our daily life, and also need to know truth of the Tao. So we know how to apply Tao principles, Tao rules, Tao philosophies to our daily lives, okay? And how to help others. Holy Mother also talk about, she has no intent besides encouraging her children to work hard and diligently. So Holy Mother wants us to work hard, do the best effort we can, okay? Put all the effort we can to do it. Thoroughly understand the principles and true natures. From the root, we resolve the problem. So once we know the Tao principle, we know the true nature, we know how to deal with things. When we're facing people, things, and others every day, we know how to deal with them. We know how to do it, okay? We will not create our karma at all because we know how to take care of them, take care of the problem. So the other things, when we learn, we do the exercise, when we learn from the lecturer Liu Wang Chun, he always talk about, we're going to deal with things, people, and others every day. Don't create like, dislike, okay? Because once we like it or we dislike it, we might create a karma for ourselves. When we create a karma, then we will pay the consequence. We will suffer one day. It's not worth it. So when we deal with things, people and others, what happens? When we deal with them, when it's over, let it go. Let them go. Don't even talk about it. A lot of things we will talk from behind after we finish to deal with the things or people. We talk from behind, from the back. That's no good. We create our own karma. That's not worth it. Let them go. Once we finish the dealing with the things and people, we let them go. Let them go. Okay? We don't need to create the like-dislike situation at all. That's why we learn that little thing every day. Okay? Next one, we continue to talk about only now continue to talk about. If we understand the Tao objectives and propagate it with righteousness, all spirits, deities should respect us. So we understand, we know, understand the Tao objective and propagate it with the Tao, and we propagate Tao with righteousness, with very positive righteousness way to do things. All the spirits and deity includes what? Include the ghost, include the saints and Buddha, will all respect us. So if we do it right, we have a very positive energy, like law enforcers, our law enforcers, Guan, he has all the positive energy and then spirits. So all the ghosts, all the saints of Buddha, all respect him. Okay? So we have to do the same thing. Always have a very positive, pure energy in ourselves. Don't think about negative stuff. Don't ever put negative stuff in our mind, because a lot of things happen because we think about negative stuff every day. Because in every day, when we walk on the street, when we get on, no matter where we go, there are so many invisible spirits around all of us. When we have very negative energy, negative thoughts, what happens? All those evil spirits will get attracted to all of us. Then you create a problem for us. We don't want that. We need to stay positive, stay pure energy and thoughts. Those spirits will not get too close to us at all. Okay? Be careful there. That's why you can see something happen to people because they are very weak. They are very weak in their mindset or in their physical body. And that's why a lot of spirits might attack them. Could be evil spirits, could be others, could attack them. Okay? That's what happened. People become cuckoo. That's what happened sometimes. So we have to be careful every day, okay? Stay positive, stay pure thought in our mindset, okay? Every day. We must befriend humanity and form a companionship with mercy. In this way, we should surely achieve sainthood. So Holy Mother wants us what? Have humanity and mercy in our mindset every day. We should be like a Buddha, have mercies, okay? And humanity in our minds. When human being and sentient being means human being and animals suffered. When you see someone, and let's make an example, when you see someone suffer, something happened to them, it's like we are suffering because we are Buddha. We feel for them. We feel for them because we came from the same Holy Mother. Okay? So when they suffer, like we are suffering. Buddha feel that way. If we are the Buddha, we feel the same way. Unless we are not Buddha. Okay? So when people are suffering, like we are suffering, we have to feel for them. We have the mercy in our heart, in our mind. So when people are suffering, like we are suffering. So we keep those humanity and mercies and righteousness and others in our mind every day. Maintain that, uphold those features. What happened? We will be saints and Buddha one day. Okay. Next one, Holy Mother talk about the fourth exhortation to my precious children. We are her precious children. Sometimes mothers, when Holy Mother talk about those scriptures in Taiwan temple, all the people kneel down for 4 or 5 hours. 4 or 5 hours. You can see later on, Holy Mother want them to get up because they no more. At that time, after a few hours later, they almost those are feeding on their leg, on their feet. Okay, so everybody kneel down to listen to these scriptures. Not like all of us, we try to listen and study to those scriptures. We are sitting in our chair to listen. No, all those people in the temple at that day, they all kneel down on the floor to listen to the class, on the concrete floor, okay? So it's very special. When Holy Mother came to give us wisdom words, only once of the lifetime, not gonna happen too often. We are very fortunate and lucky to be able to listen to this scripture. That's all I can tell every one of you. Difficulties are no longer difficulties, okay? Why? Why? It depends on all of us. If we are willing to do, okay, we're going to talk about here. Holy Mother said, difficulties are no longer difficulties. If we are willing to do, the things are not too difficult. Here should be things are not too difficult. Good fortune will turn the corner. So Holy Teacher and Buddha always tell us, Buddhas sent 3 hardships, like financial hardship, tragedies, difficulties, misfortunes, all those stuff. They saw this as a trials for them to become Buddha. Human beings are thinking about differently. Human beings, something happened to us, we are so sad. We are so upset. Why me? Why it happened to me? But Buddha think about differently. Buddha know, because that's why Buddha always tell us, because we are qualified to become a Buddha. That's why God, Buddha, gave us the tests, give us the trials. We want to make sure we can pass the test to become a Buddha again. So when Buddha see the tests, hardship, difficulty, misfortune, tragedies, you know what? They know those are the tests Those are the trials from the heaven. They knew that. Human beings, we need to think that way in the future. When we get sick, don't feel bad. You know what? Sickness makes us think about life is so precious. We need to cherish every second, every minute to cultivate, to propagate it out, because we don't know how much time we have every day. Yeah, because last week we had one transmitter's wife passed away. Have a funeral service in Taiwan, the Yifo Temple. The temple we are talking about here, his wife passed away. Have a funeral service, but his wife and the transmitter, they were they built a temple and then propagated down in Nepal and Cambodia. And during the Dharma class, there are 600 members in the Dharma class. 600 people in the Dharma class, members. Okay, and Holy Teacher told the transmitters, so next time, don't put 600 people in the Dharma class, too many. Maybe 300, and 2 Dharma classes. Okay, and make sure, put a restriction requirement there. Whoever eat a vegetarian food for 2 or 3 days can attend the Dharma class. Otherwise, they got to wait for next time. So once they have enough members, Holy Teacher wants the transmitter to put a requirement there. But his wife always go with him to the Cambodia to propagate the Tao, bring people to receive Tao. But his wife has cancers for 10 plus years. Holy Teacher tell her, always take one day at a time, one thing at a time. Okay, don't look too far ahead. Just take care of everything today and one thing at a time. So once we cultivate, we propagate out. Don't worry about our lives. Don't worry. Holy Teacher and the Buddha's behind all of us. We just need to do one thing at a time, one day at a time. Sometimes if we get sick, don't worry. Just take care of it. We have to see doctor. In the meantime, make sure we cultivate and propagate it out continuously. Don't stop. Very, very important. Okay. Then Holy Mother talk about we need to propagation the holy mission of 3 realms by accomplishing humanity and choose the righteousness. That's what we talked about before. So if we keep doing what we are doing, the good fortune will turn the corner. Good fortune, we will be able to cultivate and to go back one day to where we came from originally. Next things, Holy Mother talk about children of absolute heaven in the temple. We'll all talk about all of us. So listen carefully to the Mother's speech. So this speech very carefully, okay? The Holy Mother talk about ask everybody to listen carefully, okay? Progress ahead bravely in Tao cultivation in spite of trials and difficulty. So we're going to face trials, face tests, tragedies, facing difficulty. It could be financial difficulties, could be family, could be job, it could be anything. Okay, we could face misfortunes, tragedies, anything could happen. But you know what? We need to continue to in Tao cultivation. Should never stop us from Tao cultivation, no matter what happened to all of us. No matter what happened to all of us in this lifetime, we need to continue to Tao cultivation and Tao propagation. And Holy Teacher know he can guarantee us, as long as we have enough merits and virtues, he guarantee us we will be in heaven for 10,800 years. 10,800 years. Sometimes we think that's very long. No. Okay? Because we have been reincarnating for 60,000 years already. Sometimes I say, no way. We have been reincarnating for 60,000 years. We don't even know. We don't even remember nothing, right? We don't remember all those stuff anymore. Why? Because we have been reincarnating so long. So, but and we continue to cultivate, propagate the Tao, bring people to receive Tao, to join us. We accumulate enough merits and virtues. Teacher said, you can guarantee us we will be there for 10,800 years. So we need to do that at least, okay? And then hopefully we can do more, okay? Do the exercise of getting rid of all the affinities, do not waste a single thought every day, okay? Next one, we talk about Holy Mother talk about the J of her family cannot be great use without being refined first, as it was referenced in the story of He who cried over J. You know, that's a story. This He is cried over J. You know what happened to him? He was born in the Qin Chu Wang. Okay, then he had this J very unrefined, very raw J, but he knew this is very precious J, but he presented to the king of Qin Li Wang, one of the king. But the king asked some expert to check. They say this is not true. So they say he was cheating. He cheated. So the king cut her left leg. The old days, the king is too powerful. So they want people to die. People die. Okay. Then he didn't give up. When the son of the king become the new king, he presented this jet again. What happened? Same thing happened. Then the son, the Qin Wu Wang, cut her right leg. So he lost both legs because of this J. Okay. He presented, he cried 3 days, 3 nights in the mountain. So they don't find that the third king after the Qin Wu Wang heard about story. So they asked different expert to refine this J and find out this is the real special J. This is the most famous J in the history of the Chinese. So now it's He. This is probably the most famous J in Chinese history. Okay, because of him. Sometimes we think about he is so attached to it, so stubborn. Even those her body legs, he keep doing that. Okay. Sometimes when we cultivate Tao, we need to have the energy, spirit like he does. But when we do little things in the daily life, we cannot have that attachment. Okay. So we got to know. We got to use our wisdom to know what thing we should do, what thing we should not do. Use our wisdom. Okay. Sometimes in society, say, "Oh, you are very smart." That's not good things. That's not what we wanted. We want wisdom, right? We want wisdom like Saints and Buddha have. We want the wisdom. We know wisdom. We know how to deal with them. Okay. The other things, metal and alloys cannot transfer into steel without being refined. It goes through heat treated and melt first. Just like great pot by grinding the inkstone. This is the other stone story too. I'm going to show. So alloy means a metal made by combining 2 or more elements of metals. So they melt together, okay, become alloy. So a lot of material we use today, a lot of metal utilities or equipment we use today are alloys. Sometimes make them stronger, sometimes make them a little softer. So it depends. Okay. So this story is Li Bai is very famous port in Chinese history. He's very famous. Probably one of the most famous port Li Bai in Chinese history. Okay. And what happened? The grinding the inkstone because old days when Li Bai tried to take a test to become a government official. However, he saw the Secretary of State and also the other government official look down on him. So he was so upset. They don't, because the other country tried to send a letter, try to attack China dynasty. Then what happened? So the king needs Li Bai to write a letter to the other country. And Li Bai asked the Secretary of State and then government officials to write, to grant the inkstone for him. Try to ask both of them to pay back, because those two people used to look down on him and give him a hard time. So he tried to do the same thing, ask them to pay back. However, they did it. They asked these two people to pay back. But however, the poor Li Bai will not be easy in their future life. You know what? Those people are too powerful because he's the Secretary of State in the countries. So, but in the meantime, just tell all of us, don't look down on people. Like Buddha, always treat everybody equally. We need to learn that. We need to treat everybody equally. We cannot treat everybody differently. So we need to learn that, okay? Because everybody has the same Buddha nature. Everybody are Buddha reborn. We need to treat everybody equally. That's what we need to do. So human being, when we see someone, we think about male, female, we think about senior, junior, we think about difference, okay? But Buddha see everybody the same. They look at everybody has the same Buddha nature. They look at everybody as a Buddhas. So no difference. We need to treat everybody like Buddha. We need to treat everybody like Buddha. Then what? We will be Buddha too, right? Holy teacher always talk about when we do the good things, help sentient being every day, like a little Buddha, little Qigong, we are the Buddhas already. Don't wait until one day we want to become a saint of Buddha. No. In this world, we need to do the little thing to help all the sentient beings. Means help the human being and animals. We are the Buddha already. We are the Buddha at the moment. Don't wait until the moment we want to go back to heaven to become a Buddha or saint. No, we need to start to do now. Now, okay? Continue the Holy Mother talk about that. This is a very famous statement in Chinese history. Tao is 1 feet tall. However, the devils is 10 feet tall. You know what? They are more powerful than all of us. So Tao is 1 feet tall. However, devil is 10 feet tall. So it takes constant awareness to avoid evils. So we need to take constant awareness. We need to continue. Be aware what we think every day, what we think every moment. Don't let devils get too close to all of us. Okay? So Tao try to help us, try to save all the sentient beings. Unfortunately, devils are around all of us too. So devil is 10 feet tall, so even more powerful there. But for the short term, okay? But we need to always be aware what we are thinking every day, what we are thinking every moment, and what we are doing every moment. That's the way to avoid the evils. Holy Mother talk about most people stay away from high difficult things or hardship. Because difficult things, for example, like difficult songs, find few singers. So Holy Mother talk about most people stay away from hard, difficult things and hardship. But saints and Buddha are not. Saints and Buddha know high, difficult things and hardship is the trials for them to become saints and Buddha. Human beings, no, we try to avoid that. We try to take the easy way out. Saints and Buddha are not. They know those are the trials tests from the God, from the heaven, from the Buddhas. Okay, so they are willing to go through the difficulty, challenges, hard times, and others to go through that process to become sense of Buddha. They know those are the tests, the trials they need to go through. So in order for us to become sense of Buddha again, we need to go through these processes. We have no choice. Okay, why we went through so many suffering, so many hardship, so many difficulty, so many tragedies, so many misfortunes. Why? Because God and heaven know we are the candidates of Buddhas. We are the candidate of Buddhas. We can become Buddhas one day, or Buddhas or saints one day, if we can pass those trials, those challenges, those difficulties, those hardships, misfortunes, all of them. Once we pass all of them, what happened? We will become saints of Buddha one day. Okay? May my children uphold even a greater determination. So Holy Mother wants us to hold on, to keep a greater determination, very determined, in spite of slandering and what? Love. Ridicule means what? Slandering means some people make a false statement about us. Ridicule means loving, love. Some people love at us, but no, we still have great determination. We want to cultivate. We want to become saints of Buddha in this lifetime. We don't want to give up in this lifetime. Okay? We don't want this opportunity to pass by. Because in previous life, we might cultivate under holy teacher in the temple of holy teachers. Then we told holy teacher, Jigong Buddha, said, in this lifetime, we want to be his disciples, to cultivate under his temple again, help him to shoulder the holy mission. Bring back the affinities, whoever affinity with him, with us, to go back together. So don't let this opportunity pass by, because we don't know when the next lifetime the Tao will be available for all of us. So we want to make sure our loved one, friends, to receive Tao, to cultivate together with all of us. Next one, the Holy Mother talk about things will improve after misfortune, adversities peak. Means went through so many hard times, so many challenges, so many misfortunes, so many hardships, things will improve. So the joy comes after sorrow, after bitterness. So one day when we go back, we have joy. One should be a saint after enduring layer upon layers of trials. I mean, so many layers, trials. We pass all of them, we'll become saints of Buddha again. So that's why those are the tests Holy Mother keep telling all of us. Don't be afraid when we're suffering, when we got sick, we have some problem in our lifetime. Those are the tests, are the trials from heaven to make sure we can pass all those tests. Our physical body will not last forever, only last 80 years, 100 years, 120 years, maximum. But our true nature will not die. Our true nature will not die. Our Buddha nature will not die. So we want to go back one day, okay? Next sentence. Let's finish this sentence before we conclude today. Merciless trials and tests of attachment, fame, power, wealth, family are hard training from the heaven. Don't forget the hard training from heaven, because all the merciless trials, the tests, we could get sick. We could lose everything we have. But those are the tests from heaven. These are the tests from what? From family. Could be from our wealth, power, and fame. Anything. We could lose everything. But those are the hard tests, hard training, hard trials from the heaven. So remember this sentence. Bite down on our teeth, bear wisdom, pass the tests, and one becomes a person of worthy of virtue, or becomes saints and Buddha. So remember that. When we face the hardship, difficulties, challenges, trials, those are the tests from heaven. We need to bite down on our teeth, bury with them. Then pass all the tests and trials. And one day we become saints of Buddha, become a person of worthy or virtue. Thank you, everybody. We're going to stop here. If I say something improperly, I ask the God, holy masters and teachers, transmitters, lecturers, and all of you to give me advices. Thank you.